Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Aldridge Farm, where today, contrary to what I expected, didn't expect this, we are seeding soybeans. I honestly thought I had all the seeding done, but I came onto the map and as it turns out there's still soybeans to be seeded. It does seem, and you will have seen this yesterday in my in the Bandicoot video yesterday. I've changed some of the settings. I've changed the game to run full screen, and that has solved a lot of the frame rate issues I've been having. Now I opened up my frame rate counter on Aldridge, and you can see the frame rate is low. What that tells me is the map is really intensive on graphics. I don't particularly mind that. It's a minor issue. I didn't expect it. I'll be honest. Didn't expect it, but apparently that's a thing. So this is going to be probably the second to last recording session I do with Aldridge. Going to record 3 more videos today. Well, 3 including this one. So 2 more today. Hopefully in the next episode we'll start the final harvest. And after that we'll just sell off all the crops that are there. Basically. I can get rid of that. So the TW30 I'm using, I am considering removing the mod, because there are, to be honest, there are errors with the mod that show up in the log, so that could be the cause of some of the issues, because there are raw textures being used. And for those of you who don't know, if a raw texture file is used, it actually takes up more memory, which is why I'll just hopefully it'll show up here. Yes, you can see it there. Warning: performance texture C users Ditch Mouse documents my games Farming Simulator 2015 mods /4 TW30 /text final /texture2.png raw format, and there's 2 .png raw format errors. The reason they come up as errors is FarmSim uses .dds format for textures, and what .dds is from what DDS files I've used and seen and created. DDS is 2 different files on top of each other. You get a black file and a white file, probably with this there'll be a colour file as well, and what they do in conjunction with each other is they tell the game, for example, I know this from experience from working with Giant Setter anyway. When you're making a map, if you want to have the map automatically generate the grass and gravel, you can make a .dds file. Now, I've never got it to work, but you can create a DDS file, and what that does is it basically creates a black and white file, a black and white picture, 8 bits. That's what you need, and what it does is I think the black areas of it are gravel, and the game will automatically put the gravel texture down where that is. White bits are grass will automatically go there. It works the same with DEM, so when you see DEM terrain, well, it's slightly different. There's a relatively specific way to get DEM terrain, and it's really difficult to do, because for me anyway, because I'm terrible at these things. I struggle with it there. Keep falling into problems whenever I try it, and I've decided, by the way, that if I can find the time, if I can make the time, I will at least do some map edits of the likes of Aldridge. There's another map that I'm going to be using that I think I might edit up a bit. Put a couple of things in, take a couple of things out, and try and get it running to my satisfaction. It does run perfectly well, but there are a couple of things that do annoy me. And one thing that I noticed it a while back in Drayton when I did the map spotlight there, and it's here in Aldridge as well, and in a couple of other maps that have come out more recently, is, and I can understand why they do it, but map makers putting trees, as you can see there down at the end of the field, as an example, and I think up here as well. No, well, there, actually, that one's partially there. Putting trees partially or most of the way into the ground. Now, what that does is, yes, it creates a lovely effect of a bush. And that's all well and good, but the problem is that number one, those trees still have collisions, so you can smack into those trees, and there are a couple of maps. One that I've been trying out, not particularly liking as a result of this exact problem. They still have collisions, so if you have, we'll say, a birch tree like that one there, this lag now, by the way, is just the map being the map and probably the ford conflicting slightly and not playing nice. If you put birch trees down, or oak trees, or any kind of trees, and you put them partially in the ground, like the OEB guys have done here at the bottom of the field, that's fine. But the problem is, and this is a genuine problem, they still have collisions, so you want to have them, like OEB have done, you want to have them back from the field a bit. Now, there is a map out, Woodland Farm, or Woodside Farm, and it's a relatively nice map. People are complaining about it because it's tight. The map maker says it's tight. That's not a valid complaint. I'm sorry, but it's not. I mean, if the map maker said, oh well, it's a very open map, and then everything was really tight, yes, you've got a valid complaint there. If the map maker says it's a tight map, and you complain about it being a tight map, it's your own fault for downloading it, because he has said quite clearly in the description it is a tight map. You know, tight maps are nice. I don't have an issue with them. Not massively gone on them. Aldridge is kind of an exception that proves the rule. But the issue I have with the map is, and this is more of a problem with the game and the way the game works and the way Giants have made things, is the trees that are halfway into the ground. This is a problem on Drayton, and I don't know if I showed it off in a video or not. If they're put too close to the edge of the field, as in like right on the edge of the field, what happens is when you're harvesting, in particular, this is a massive problem when you're harvesting, and just in particular, the header will hit the tree. It will hit the bits of the tree that are above ground, and it will get stuck. And the bigger issue, and this is the issue that Giants have created in the game, this is the issue from the game side of things. The buried tree, essentially, is the map maker's. Is more on the map maker side of things. It looks nice, but there are issues. The issue is the biggest issue, other than the combine getting stuck, which has happened to me numerous times on various maps. Hasn't happened to me here because I'm careful. The biggest problem is if you go with the chainsaw, and I'll do this at the end of this series. I'll show you, because I think it might work with the trees, how low down they are on the ground. The issue is that when you attack them with a chainsaw, model and the texturing from the tree move, but the hitbox becomes detached. The hitbox of the bit of tree you've cut off becomes detached, and it can be 2 or 3 meters away in the game from where you're seeing it. Now I don't know if that's a computational error in the game engine, but it's I would say it happens with 85 to 90% reliability. I'm actually going to have to fast forward time in a moment. It happens with such reliability that it is a problem with the game engine. Is this not going to fold? I seriously have to beep the horn to get it to fold. It is a problem with the game engine because it shouldn't happen, and it happens too reliably for it to be a minor problem. Dang it. This thing has good lock, but it's just not good enough to get through that gap that I made for myself. That's all the sewing done. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna dump the cedar down there and grab. Where did I put it? So the grain containers where I left. I remember where I left it. Gonna grab the. I'm gonna use I'm gonna use the grain container actually. I'm just deciding what I'm gonna be using for things now. Sorry. Yeah, giants need to look at the game engine itself and fix the problems with it. I know I'm going on. I know I'm going on about the problems with the game, and they are relatively minor problems, but they do have a quite large effect on the gameplay, and it's a negative effect, which is the real problem. And map makers, do what you like with your maps. Just try and avoid causing problems like that. I know it goes against your. I'm gonna say it for what it is. It goes against their artistic vision for the maps, because some of these maps, Bandicow, Aldridge in particular, and I know Enzo's Next has actually temporarily quit modding as a result of giants being douchebags and deciding to release a second DLC before they fixed the game. But OEB with Aldridge and the map maker for Bandicow in particular, and Bullet Bill with Coldborough, those maps are pieces of art. They are just beautiful maps. And I know Bullet Bill is now actually a member of the FSUK testing team. So I sincerely hope we'll be getting in the near future. I hope we'll be getting in the near future more maps like Coldborough, like Aldridge, like Bandicow that are just really pleasing on the eye, really beautifully designed maps with big, well, with oddly shaped fields. I don't like to a certain extent the maps like going back to 2013 Central Kansas. It was a real bugbear because it was a nice map, but I can accept it with American maps. I was gonna say Central Kansas was nice, but all the fields were just squares. American maps on that front get a bit of a free pass, because, well, a lot of fields in America are square. I'm gonna run over to the T6 I left in the silage bunker. A lot of fields in America are square. I've just realised I'm gonna actually have to do some stuff with the silage as well. Probably gonna do that in the next episode because we're running a bit low on time. I'm gonna try and get some bit of general housekeeping done. I know we're almost at the end of the series here, the season here. Next map has been chosen. I would like to. Oh my god, I went the exact wrong way and I'm doing a loop of the farm. I'd like to do some edits to the next map, just for the... Where is the T6? Where is the... Oh, there it is. I'm thinking of doing a couple of edits to the next map, just for the sake of gameplay, just to improve the gameplay, fix a couple of smaller issues I found with it that I know I can fix, or at least I think I can. And I'm gonna actually have to get another mod. I'm gonna have to get a new mod to play that map to its fullest extent, and to play it as well as well, how it was designed, because there was a design choice in some of the things that have happened on that map. So I'm gonna have to oops, come on, pick it up. There we go. I'll detach both of you, because I'm gonna go grab the... This is just filling time now, essentially. I'm gonna grab the conveyor belt, and I'm gonna move it into the silage pit. And I'm gonna, hopefully, fingers crossed, well, I know I can get away with this either way. I'm gonna fill up the grain container with silage, because I can hold it. And what I'm going to do is I am going to bring the lambs as much silage as they can handle, which is essentially going to be, I'm going to fill up the grain container, and oh my god, this isn't going to fit down the road, is it? N? Just lower this down a bit. There we go. Looks a bit silly now, but it'll do. And oh my god, the fishtail is real. Yeah, I'm gonna feed the... I just noticed Marhu's actually modelled ridges on the... He has properly modelled little ridges and a valley on the conveyor belt. I thought that was just kind of there. I thought that was just part of the texturing, but no, they're genuinely modelled. That's amazing. I have to bring this up again. So Jay raises it. I'm gonna swing the belt to the right, so it's the... Okay. Oh! Okay. It's... Okay. Oh my god. So, what was happening there was the rental mod I have conflicts with the conveyor belt mod ever so slightly. There is a single identical key binding which causes the two to conflict a bit and causes exactly that problem. So if you're using the conveyor belt, hold down K when the well, if you're using the conveyor belt and the rental mod that I have, what you do is you hold down K when the rental page is open, close that, and the conveyor belt will work. It's a bit fiddly and a bit annoying. I do dislike when mods have the same key bindings. I have to change one of them. I forgot to turn on the conveyor belt. Oh my god. Can I even fit this thing through? Next question. Seeing as I did fit it through, ooh. Ooh, ooh. B. There we go. That's gonna fill up the container with silage. I'm just gonna nudge my way through here. And I would create baled silage, but I'm gonna have more than enough here. Now this is a very unusual This is a very unusual situation for me because I did record 3 episodes of Bandicoot already today. Normally I only ever record 2 to 3 episodes, 2 to 3 videos in any given day. And this is my 4th of today. And there's going to be another 2 after this because I got time. I actually have time because my parents are, well, left early. I was up early because of Formula 1. I got plenty of energy because despite not sleeping despite not sleeping much, I slept well. So, energy levels are not a problem, as you can probably guess, from me being a bit hyper. So, yeah, I'm just going to power through and get plenty of videos done and get the better part of a week ahead. Today, in one day. Brilliant. Yeah. And then I can play some more Gran Turismo and practice. Because I would love to do a series on Gran Turismo if, even if you guys don't want it, I want to do a series on Gran Turismo. And just get another series up there. Like I said, it will not affect Farm Sim. Will not affect it one bit. It'll just be put up like probably noon GMT or BST, seeing as when this goes out it'll be BST because Ireland uses British summertime. It's a bit bizarre. For me tonight the clocks are going forward by an hour, so I'll have to get up earlier tomorrow morning to watch the Formula 1. It's like 7 o'clock, which is, to say the least, a bit inconvenient, but it's a thing that I have to do. I could have brought the mixing wagon down. Nuts. So I'm just going to fill this up with as much silage as they'll take. Well, oh my god, which as it turns out is almost none. That wasn't ideal. So, yeah, kind of lost what I was talking about. In any case, I think I'm going to end it here. I'll leave by saying I've been Rainbow Dave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 15 on Old Ridge Farm. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Positive comments, just you have no idea how much the positive comments make me smile. The negative ones I do take on board as well. I do try, and if you do leave a negative comment, because I've seen you guys. First of all, the sound comment, the sound issue that I had, where the tractors were drowning me out, took that on board, changed the sound settings. It should be fine now. If you have any other problems with the videos I make, other than the frame rate thing, I'm doing my damnedest. I've done all I can to fix the frame rate, short of cutting the game down to medium graphics, which I think disables the mirrors. Which I think disables the mirrors. Sorry, I was just checking that I hadn't accidentally disabled them. Short of cutting the game down to medium graphics, which I think kills the mirrors, and I don't want to do. I am going to get rid of this Ford. I've decided. After this series, the Ford is gone. It's a nice mod, but there are too many errors. Which is a shame. It really is. I would get rid of the rest of this silage into the PGA, but I got PGA extensions, so I need 240,000 to do so. So I'll just unload the trailer. So, off screen, I am going to fast forward time so that the crops are grown. And what I'm going to do what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to move this. I'll leave it here-ish. Going to move that into field 1 once it's time to harvest. Because we're going to start with field 1 for reasons of its closest. I'm just going to drive the combine around this time. I'm just annoyed with the trailers. Yeah, the next episode will be harvesting, so until then, stay Stay safe, and goodbye!